People panicking and thinking there is an alien invasion because of the 1938 The War of the Worlds radio broadcast. People who have read the book, archaeologists. You actually were telling the truth, Herodotus. I do that quite a lot, yet people are always surprised. Arminius watching from Valhalla as his descendants proclaim the Holy Roman Empire. Italy, you start with much more troops than Greece. Surely this offensive will be successful, right? Italy, no. Floridians. In Florida, the more north you go, the farther south you're in. Everyone else, what? Ancient Egyptians. I understood that. The Americans waiting with the British for the French and Spanish to lose the siege of Gibraltar so they can end the Revolutionary War. Watching the priests perform a bunch of rituals before they leave you on top of the mountain. Historians in the past. Mythical creatures. Morbillion men armies. Source. Because I said so, shameless bias. Historians now. Source. Actually, dragons don't exist. Morbillion isn't even a number. This person clearly has an agenda. Some British dude coming back from a vacation. The first Italo-Ethiopian war is like fighting to defend your nation even after being screwed over by the government. Alfred Dreyfus. Yi Sun Sin. Can't get blamed for World War I if you aren't a country after World War I. France and Spain. Stone Age humans. Other people with a time machine. I am your granddaughter. Really. Me with a time machine. It's called character.ai. And you can talk to any fictional character you want. Oh my god. Haha, Balkans always fight each other. Romania. Never having a single direct conflict with one another. Serbia. Champa fighting the Viets, Khmers, Mongols, and pirates while maintaining a thriving maritime trade empire. Champa, after 1471, 1991. Soviet Union. Dies. Iraq. Tango down. Japan. Economy crashes. United States. Praetorian guards catch you while you are hiding behind the curtain. Claudius. Panic. They make you an emperor. Claudius. Calm. You have to deal with the liberators who want to kill you and bring back the Republic. Claudius. Panic. Europeans in the 16th century when they see an ancient rotting corpse. When you plunge the country into religious and political turmoil to marry a woman but then notice her hot friend. 2nd Infantry Division, who have foaming from the mouth because of mustard gas. The Imperial German forces defending the hill. When I'm in a Which Country Rises the Sun first competition, and my opponent is Kiribati. There is no Easter Bunny, there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no SEAL Team 6. Hitler explaining his idea of the Aryan race. Actual Aryans from Southeastern Asia, the British Empire. Maratha taking Delhi to complete their rule over India. Culture war nowadays. Culture war back in the day. Some Asian dude after discovering the power of plant mutilation. Modern day people. Muslim Iberia was very tolerant to non-Muslims while Christians were oppressive. Almohads and Almoravids. Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor will force America to focus on the Pacific. German U-boats can now strangle the UK and cut off supplies to the USSR. IJN offensive capability is destroyed at Midway, and the U-boats fail to halt Allied convoys. IJN offensive capability is destroyed at Midway, and the U-boats fail to halt Allied convoys. When the teacher thinks you're studying, but you're actually planning to invade Britain. Archibald Cochrane demonstrating coal tar sheathing, Royal Navy. Archibald Cochrane dying penniless because the Royal Navy waited for his patent to expire. Royal Navy, Sweden to the Axis powers during World War II. Can I offer you some nice iron in this trying time? World War I Triple Alliance moment. Austria-Hungary, Italy and Romania. Nobody. BBC Radio on April 18th, 1930. There is no Easter Bunny, there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no news. America's "Don't touch our boats" is exaggerated. War of 1812, Barbary Wars, Spanish-American War, World War II, Gulf of Tonkin incident, Operation Praying Mantis, the people in movies based off true stories, the picture of the real person at the end of the movie, me trying to fall asleep, biography of an ancient general at 3 a.m., Barbie. My product was first launched in Japan, Oppenheimer. Vela Satellite detecting nuclear tests any other day. Vela Satellite on September 22nd, 1979. World War II. World War II. If Britain and France would have done something about Hitler before he was prepared. The US Marine with a flamethrower watching the Japanese soldier screaming and burning to death after being told by the military that flamethrowers were mercy weapons that killed instantly. The Templars watching anti-Semites blame Jews for creating international banking. The economy is doing poorly. Panic. President Hoover imposes tariffs to protect domestic producers. Calm. Other nations retaliate with tariffs of their own, and the economy goes to ruin completely. I'm a history expert. Oh, really? Name 20 ancient cities. Alexandria. That's on me. I set the bar too low. France and Austria. The Italian people trying to establish a democratic nation in 1848. Me, seeing George Washington depicted as a hero, a great leader, and an inspiration to all. Okay. Japanese. George Washington straight up punching a tiger. Me, could you not try to screw over the empire? For 5 minutes. Imagine being in a Call of Duty lobby with some of history's greatest trash talkers. Fictional pirates. Fights spooky skeleton men and goes on crazy adventures. Real pirates. Steals $100 million. Vanishes without trace. When Jemuka betrayed Temujin. What are you doing, Stepabro? Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Why are you invading us? We are Christian. The Teutonic Order. You're Christian. When I say you're Christian. Yugoslav People's Army outnumbering Slovenians 36-1 with tanks, air support, and heavy weapons. Getting multiple tanks, heavy weapons, and helicopters stolen by Slovenian civilians. Slovenian police and territorial defense. Spain in the 17th century. Spain in the 19th century. We are never recovering from this. People who discovered agriculture must have been like, yo, check out this unlimited food hack. Cavemen. I wish there was a good source of meat and other goods that will eat our junk and get rid of pests around us. These guys, say no more. Venture capital now. I just led a $50 million Series B into my 4th calendar scheduling app this year because their Zoom integration reduces meeting conflicts by 6%. The founder went to Stanford and worked at Stripe for 8 months, so downside risk is basically zero. Plus, their deck had really clean margins. Venture capital 1600s. I just funded an armed fleet to conquer the only islands in the world that grow nutmeg. If we can seize their nutmeg trees and eliminate all competition, we will make 60,000% returns and become more powerful than most European kingdoms combined. Demon Kalanemi. You want the medicinal herb from this mountain. Too bad every herb looks the same. My honest reaction. Europeans colonizers during Victorian era. No, we are not colonizing them. Just civilizing these cannibalistic natives. When did we? Also European colonizers during Victorian era. Damn, I wonder what ancient Egyptian mummies taste like. Acknowledging the war crimes and genocide you committed? Not acknowledging the war crimes you committed? Denying the genocide you committed, but still saying they deserved it. Do so many genocides most people do not know about most of them. People today. No. The Senate gives too much power to the small states. Roger Sherman. That is the point. Collapsing positions and bad situations on the Western Front or Eastern Front. Field Marshal Walter Model. America. Shooting stars. Russia. Shooting tsars. France-Germany relationship after World War I. When the Inquisitor finds out, a conquistador treats Spanish women like the Mayans. Why don't you have a seat? British tanks during World War I. German tanks during World War I. Russian tanks during World War I. Assault vehicle acquired. The United States 6 months after Pearl Harbor. The entire Axis powers, especially the Imperial Japanese Army.